Hello, gents and ladies and gents. Coach Anita here. I am one of the kickboxing instructors at the Downtown Studio, CKO. I'm also the 10-week transformation challenge coach. I'm a licensed certified practitioner. My foundation is in occupational therapy, and I have certifications in nutrition, fitness, and several others too. But I'm here and hopefully have been helpful in sharing just 5 basic principles that have been evidence-based outcomes according to a huge body of research. I covered that in the first video. This is actually principle number 6. And this actually does not fall under the research. This is a bonus principle, and I'm sharing it with you because my certifying body, Precision Nutrition, has done all of the research on it, and there have been studies now about this idea of internal appetite regulation. I'm going to share exactly what that is, the benefits of it, and at the end of this video, I'm going to share a way that you can experiment and try it. The main thing, hopefully you have taken away if you've watched all the videos, is food is smart. It means so much. It's so meaningful to us. There's such great importance emotionally for food for us. Primarily, our body needs it. Good nutrition controls our energy. Nutrition controls our energy. It doesn't even have to be good. We get energy from food. And I shared about that in the video about energy. And hopefully by now you are learning, or maybe just picked up on the fact that our body is so smart. We all tend to not listen and respond to what our body's telling us. We have a lot of demands that we work through every single day. Demands from the world, demands from our job, demands from our relationships, unexpected, uncontrollable demands like this, and the demands that we place on ourselves. And our body is resilient. It is dynamic. It's complex. And I celebrate all of your bodies, my body. I celebrate how awesome and cool it is. And hopefully it's just kind of awoken this curiosity to explore and see and start maybe listening and responding to your body. I'm sure you are, we all do, but in a different and unique way as you experiment. But we're going to move into internal appetite regulation. This is a principle, again, that's just slowly building confidence as more clinical research emerges. It's basically the skill of listening and responding to your sense of hunger and fullness. Super powerful. A great way to advance your nutritional progress. In fact, I'm going to be so bold as to say you could do nothing in changing the way you eat and what you eat, or not the way you eat, but what you eat. You could leave it totally untouched and just focus on internal appetite regulation. And I fully believe you're going to see, if you focus on the scale, you're going to see pounds drop. The reliance on calorie counting, wow, it is super helpful. And there's a time and a place for it. But there are so many rules. I don't even need to list them. Following strict macros and calories, it really leads us to lose touch with our internal cues, what our body's telling us, what our body's showing us, how our body is responding, when to eat, and when to stop. It's really something, these skills are something that get ultimately under prioritized by following strict rules, strict diets, restrictive timing, rule following. Again, time and place. Bodybuilders, 100%. Professional athletes, Olympians for sure. And maybe, maybe this is something that, you're at that point where you're at 16% body fat if you're a woman or less, and 6% for a man. Time and place for sure. But if we're just working on getting our nutrition a little bit better, slowly, internal appetite regulation can extremely profoundly help. It's relaxing before you eat, when you eat. It's eating slowly, setting your fork down. It's tuning into the body responses. Very important skills. Not looking at our phone, not looking at a computer, not doing work, but really tuning in. We really get lost in our thoughts. We do all day long, which is why meditation and mindfulness, or meditation really helps to work on mindfulness. And often we get lost in the environment surrounding us. I mean, you go out to eat, great people watching, right? But ultimately what happens is we end up tuning out our emotions and our bodily sensations when we get wrapped up in here. Body smart, brain sometimes misleading, sometimes distracting. Internal appetite regulation ultimately pushes out the suck of tracking calories and macros and turns up the good, right? It's so good to listen to our body. We are reliant on our body from our first breath into our last breath. Our body functions to live, to keep pressing through. It's good to respond to our body's needs. Otherwise, it rebels. It rebels with aches and pains, gas, bloating, headaches, and at its worst, disorders and diseases. It's trying to do its job. And again, we all are so engaged with everything that's going on here to sometimes even disengage what's going on in here. But listen, not every person can acquire this skill. Some people have abnormally high levels of the hunger hormone I mentioned. I think in the last, with sleep, ghrelin, it really, it causes them to feel excessively hungry. And even when their body doesn't need more. So if they've got that hormone, super hard skill to acquire, right? Those battling cancer, they rarely feel hungry. They need guidance on when and how much to eat. I lived through that with my dad last year. And I've heard nurses that have just said, it's kind of hard to tell someone you got to eat, right? So really with those exceptions, which are really, rare when you think of the greater population, we are really capable of getting in touch with our hunger and fullness signals. So looking for the strengths and wins and good nutrition in this situation, in our relationships, within our body, within our abilities, within our circumstances. Test internal appetite regulation. Give it a try. Maybe just one little thing, maybe slowing down eating for one meal. So use the self-rating system. 1 being super sucky, awful, 10 being excellent, perfect, fireworks. And self-rate, see how satiated you may be or how fulfilling that was. Or you could even do, so slowing down, you could even do just relaxing, relaxing before, relaxing through your meal. You could do eliminating distractions. Give it a try. Put down a placemat and a cloth napkin and your best china. Experiment with it. Have fun. And just I hope that, through this, I'm really grateful that you all have tuned into these video series. And I really hope that, ultimately what we are all doing right now is we're all trying to cope, but we're all really wanting to look for the strengths and wins. And I am super grateful to be a part of the CKO community. I'm not grateful, it's not about what I'm getting from it, it's really just about seeing how everyone interacts and connects and supports. And, you know, we care and we see that you care too. And so thank you. Thank you for your time. Again, email questions, shoot a comment at the end. This is the end of the series. Thanks.